Isn't trading a waste of time? Well, I'm so glad you asked that because I came up with this thing called Kelly. I don't want to show it to you. I'm actually going to adjust it later today, but here's what it looks like. All right. So this is a coin. It has a 60-40 probability of landing on heads. How much do you want to bet? Your bankroll is $25. How much do you bet each time? Do you go all in? I bet you want to go all in. Let's see what happens if we go all in. Go all in each time. Well, you know what's going to happen. One of the times you're going to flip and you're wrong. So you might get a couple flips right in a row, 4, but you're eventually going to go broke. So, all right, maybe 80% of your money? Nope. Pretty bad as well. Made it 5 flips. 3 flips. Oh, 28 flips. Went broke anyway. All right, how about 60% of the time should I flip my money? Okay, whoa, that was good. Survived for a little bit there. Still in the game. All right, I went from 25 bucks to 14 G's. Now you probably would have taken your money out at the top, right? Let's spin again. There, I wasn't so lucky. I only got up to 40 from 25. Same thing. Rough. Seems like it crashed out pretty fast here. All right, let me go to 50. 50-50. Half the bankroll each time. That should work, right? Infinite gains. Oh, shit. Well, we got to 8K. Keep the dream alive? Nope. All right, how about 45% of my bankroll? Oh, shit. Let's go. 50K, 80K, 100, 600. See, I would have taken all my money out at 600. I know that's the number. Oh, never mind. I would have taken it out at 8 million. What a run. 70 mil. Let's go. Yeah, it looks like it's over. Round trip from 75 mil to 5K. Dang. It's over, bros. So the reason this is important is because I want you to think about bet sizing. Generally speaking, everyone overbets. The Paul Tudor Jones lesson. So anyway, if we go to, say, 15% of the bankroll, how do we do? Do you wave getting crushed? Yeah. Crushed, but yeah, it's down. So you can see this is a pretty efficient process. You know, if you have an ability to get 60-40, hey Christina, if you got a 60-40, which a lot of us, I think, you know, if you think about it, you know, can you be right in the market 60% of the time? 60-40? That doesn't sound crazy. And you see, if you control your bet size, look at how the simulator is up to 600 million, now billion. All it had to do is find 900, basically 1,000 bets where it was 60-40. Can you find 1,000 bets over your life that are 60-40? I bet you can. Look at Capper, look at you know, Cassava. That's it. You got to $1 trillion, 1,300 flips. So the Kelly criteria tells you how efficient it is. The optimal bet is actually 20%, which is 60-40. But if we make the edge just 55, the optimal bet is 10%. And it's mathematically proven that's the right bet. Not 9, not 11, but 10. And so let's do 9 and see how we do. This is a much smaller edge. It's just 55%. But look how it it's able to preserve capital. And now we're back green. Had some really bad luck there for a minute. The point isn't that Kelly gives you some perfect secret recipe to making money. There's no secret recipe. Yeah, 5% edge is 55, so 55 minus 45 is the Kelly criterion, which is a 10% bankroll bet each time. And you'll see how this compounds. You never know with precision your edge. There's many, like I said, this is a idealized concept, but it's supposed to be a concept, nothing more. The concept is that if you type Kelly, or you do, actually do kelly.godel, this should work. Let's see if this works. kelly.godelterminal.com. Yeah, try this out. There's no timing. That's idea here. How's it going? So you see here, it takes a lot of flips. So the edge is just 55, which is a lot less than 60. And you see just how many flips it takes. It takes forever. Big drawdowns too. Micron's just getting smoked here. Doesn't want to see 700 something. It feels like it. Intel 2. And there it is after 3,000 flips, which, 55, 45, I bet you can do one of those a day. So this would take you 10 years, but you would turn 25 into 60 million. So it's that consistency, just constant 55, 45, constant 55, 45. And guess what? Being right 55% of the time doesn't feel like you're a genius. It kind of feels normie. But look what the results get you. $1 billion. And the Koreans, what are they doing? They're betting their bankroll way too high. That's why they crash out right away, basically. Basically, everyone's betting their bankroll way too high. And it's a sign of impatience. We all want to get rich yesterday, of course. But there's an optimal amount. And look, this thing almost crashed out too. But there it is, 8 billion. It feels very normie to be right 55% of the time. You don't feel like you're an investment god, but you are if you are right 55% of the time. The hard part is the discipline. The hard part is expected value. It's not just being right 55% of the time. It's also being right 55% of the time with equal upside downside. If you sell out of the money puts or calls, you'll be right 99% of the time, but that's not your expected value. But yeah, discipline is critical. Consistency. We all want change. We all want to feel like we're growing or something like that. Or doing something differently, we get bored. But the reality is Yeah, there's 5,000 flips. I mean, you make one coin flip a day. That's one trade a day with 55% edge. This would take you 20 years. But look at the number, 100 billion. 20 years ain't that long. And along the way, you get some pretty big gains. But there's taxes, there's stress, there's drama. There it is. 5,000 flips got to a trillion. So, it would go on for infinity, obviously. So 55% edge, 9% bankroll bet. But again, in Korea, it's a 50% bankroll. What's going to happen? You're going to go broke each time, right? Does this resonate with anybody? This guy 5x'd his money and then went broke. 67 trades. This guy barely ever got positive. 33 trades. This guy did great for a minute. He 20x'd his money, but he blew up too. These are all really, having a 55% edge is great. Let's see what happens if you have a 80% edge. Now this is different. Nobody gets an 80% edge. This would work. 80% edge, basically you can go all in almost every time. But who gets an 80% edge? Who's right 80% of the time? Almost nobody. Buffett's right 80% of the time, but he gets one trade a year. So you can see that's 78 flips, 80 flips. You're dead by then. 50% is actually Kelly optimal for 70-20. You can change it while it goes, which is funny. How about a 50? I'm going to make it so there's decimals. A 51% edge. How much should you bet? Almost nothing. Just 2%. Yeah, I think so, Yelena. But the problem, Yelena, is that that's just win-loss. That's not expected value. So while my win-loss ratio is extremely high, I'm picking situations where it's very obvious that I'm right. There's Replimune crawling back. So this is just a 1% edge, which is actually 51.49. And you're supposed to bet 2% of your bankroll, but see how long it takes to double your money. And this is why people give up, because you don't really have much of an edge in the market. If you have a 1% edge, you're doing great. And but look how long it takes. You got to find lots of 1% edges. This is how quant funds work. Micron 814. Holy smokes. Wow, look at this guy. 51% edge, and he just had a really bad run. So now he's at $7. Ooh. Yes, that's why quants are making thousands of trades a day. So this is 3,000 flips, 2,000 flips. That might be just 2 days. So you could have a bad 2 days. It might be 1 day. It might be 5 minutes. When you have automated trading, it goes fast. Would Do Kwon say steady, lads? Steady, lads. Deploying more capital. This guy's still fighting it out. He's almost back to 25. Well, enough time, this guy will go to $1 trillion. Crazy, right? So that's kelly.godelterminal.com. Check that out. Show your friends. It's a fun little thing. Market's melting. Semis sort of taking the market down. DRAM down 11%. Holy shit. Micron down 10%. Don't think it can go worse than that, can it? What do you think, chat? Can it get worse? Of course, it can always get worse, right? Oh, our guy's back in green with 5,000 flips. So think of yourself as a coin flipper. It might help if you're struggling with trading. You know, this is your 7th account. You've blown up each time. Think about the coin flipper. Play the Kelly game many times and you realize, oh, shit, maybe I'm betting way too much. Hey, good morning. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Micron 808. Holy moly.